Hello, and welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Truth. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, guess what? If you're not watching on YouTube, I will explain that Ginny is living her dream life. I'm looking at her background. I'm watching, I think, a boat racing around on a lake behind her. She's sitting outside in the sunshine. She's in a new home.
I'm in a new home, my RV, which we live in a campground, and I can't even, and I don't know if you can hear the plane going overhead now. Perfect timing. Living in a campground is absolutely so much fun. The vibe is so vacation-y. It's just lighter. It's light and open and fun. And I was like, wow, this isn't something I totally expected or that my mind even knew.
Is it Ebb Tai Chi?
It's totally Ebb Tai Chi. It's like continues to be over and over.
Oh, it's so fun. Ooh, I want to ask a question.
Of course.
In this process of selling your home, getting rid of all of your things, buying an RV, renovating an RV, moving out of your home into a campground, did any fears come up?
Yes, Katie. I mean, do we have a whole season for this? We need more than an episode. Yeah, definitely. A lot of fears. And when we talk about fear, we do the mental, like the mind fears, and the pain bodies came up, right? The pain bodies of creating new. And I was so aware. I was so aware of them. And it was a lot. I'm going to use the word fun, but it was like about 80% fun. Sometimes it still was not fun to go through those bodies.
And to share the pain bodies, I think we've touched on it before briefly, but that's kind of how we categorize, and Eckhart Tolle categorizes conditioned beliefs and stories that are based in fear, that have kind of been lodged in your psyche, in your mind through years of life on the planet. And so you felt maybe like popcorn, these little conditioned beliefs popping up that were fear-based, but you had the awareness and the presence to be with them, to see them, to allow them, to release them. And releasing those fears has kind of unfolded this path of unlimited freedom and Ebb Tai Chi, more than your mind could have expected.
I love that you said the word unlimited freedom, because that is what my inner being has been saying is being created, is this unlimitedness in every area, in every way.
That feels so good.
Yeah, in a way I've never known before. In a way, this is interesting because there's a part of me, right, that has always sensed that life can be everything that I've dreamed about. And my life has been amazing, and it continues to be. And so I know that unlimitedness, that absolute pure freedom is unfolding in a whole new level, in a whole new way.
It's life beyond the mind.
It's life beyond the mind.
It's the unknown. Yes. We can't imagine because we've never experienced it with the mind before.
Yeah. And the mind is what brings in the limitations. So when you have a choice to just let that go, you become unlimited.
Unlimited. Yay.
Your being and your life. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, let's share some joyful moments. Do you have one?
I do have one. It is when last week, this is part of my dream life, is Katie being absolutely free to connect at any moment of time, at any moment of day. And so I was sitting in it. It was the middle of the day. I wasn't really, because of our time zones, we don't usually connect then. And I looked at my phone and it says Katie Harrison calling, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I picked up, it was such a delight. And it was just that joyful moment to be able to connect. And Katie was sharing with me like a really fun manifestation that happened, and just alignment, and to be able to share in the energy of that, you know, as I'm sitting here looking out at the water, was just pure joy.
That was so fun. I'm really glad that you brought that up. Now I can feel that energy again. It was amazing.
What is your joyful moment?
I'll share from this morning. my walk that I like to do at about 4:30 or 5 in the morning when I'm all by myself. The stars were absolutely brilliant. It was silent. The stars were shimmering and gleaming and so bright. And it almost felt like they were just covering me in this blanket of light. And I felt the feeling of unlimitedness, of freedom and spaciousness. And it also helps that it's Thanksgiving today. So it's the start of a very long, spacious weekend. And I had the sense of just unlimited love, joy, peace, potential, just walking under the stars, feeling the awe of the universe. Of course, I saw a shooting star, and that was exciting too.
Yes. Wow.
And then it was a little brisk, a little chilly. And then just the feeling, the sensation of coming into my cabin and it's warm and toasty with our wood fire and making the coffee. It was just this beautiful, present, joyful morning.
That sounds so amazing.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh, amazing. So today we're going to be talking about and sharing some energy about what happens when there's something that you want in your life in the future. It's not here. And sometimes it feels that question arises that, do I give up what I want if I'm accepting what is now? Right. So in order to practice presence, we talk a lot about being present, accepting this moment as okay. So then the mind will jump in with this fear of, but if I say this is okay, does that mean I'm giving up on something I want? Yeah.
Do you feel like, why does the mind do that? Why would you say the mind gets panicky about that?
Well, I think there's this part of the mind, right? What we talk about as the ego part of the mind, where it's trying to preserve what it knows. So it is trying to keep us safe. It's doing what it knows and how it's been trained, which has been our conditioning, that this is right. Like this, if you don't think about this, or if you try to change this, it's bad or wrong or something.
Yes. Do you also think the mind wants to control? It thinks it can control how to get there. And I have there in quotes wherever there is.
Oh yeah. I mean, the mind lives in control.
So if we're being called to accept where we are right now, then the mind feels like, well, that means I have to give up control. Like I'm controlling this situation. I'm controlling this vision. I'm controlling this path. I'm not going to accept this because then I lose control. I'm going to do it this way and this way and this way.
Yeah. The mind loves that experience.
We've talked about this before, but we can create from this mind way, can't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can.
We're all manifestors. We're all manifesting it all the time.
Like
right?
We just are, like it's just happening. And so the mind feels really good when it's wanted something, and then it happens. So it does have a track record of experience of, oh yeah, I wanted that, I made it happen. Oh yeah, I wanted that, I made it happen. So it has that evidence to hold on to.
Yeah.
But when we're holding on to a vision and we're feeling discomfort and dis-ease and resistance about where we are, then that's where we're stuck in the resistance, which is obstructing the path.
Yeah. It's so simple when you look at it that way, right? Like when you're taking energy and vibration and how we create in energy into... Sorry, I can't even hear myself talk.
Ooh, they're having fun today.
Yeah, a lot of people having fun today.
A lot of people having fun.
So we are always manifesting from this present moment, like our power of radiating a vibration only happens in this moment.
Yes.
And so if we're to really generalize this, we're either in a state of resistance or we're in a state of openness. And as we tell ourselves through the mind that we should not be here or this is not good. So let's use an example, make it more practical. Say we're wanting to manifest health for ourselves. We don't like the body we're in, and our mind is like, you have too much weight on and you don't look good, and you need to get to this place where you're 10 pounds lighter and you're stronger and you're whatever. And so one of the big resistances has come up is I can't be okay where I am. Because if I say I'm okay where I am, then it means I won't change.
Yes.
But as we say, I'm not good here. Where I am is not good. We are in resistance. We're in resistance and we're not creating what we want.
And I also just had this very tangible feeling of when you were saying, I need to lose the weight. I'm not good where I am. I felt the sensation of the body responding to those thoughts.
That's a whole other element.
That's a whole nother thing. So my body is an organism and it is hearing these thoughts like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough where I am. Like that's resistance in your physical body organism as well. So not only do you have it in your mind, but your body's resisting.
Your physical cells are listening.
Yes, your physical cells are listening to that.
And it doesn't actually even matter if you're directing those thoughts about your body. If you're saying, I don't make enough money, if you're saying I should make more money, if you're saying, I don't know if I want to be with my partner, or my partner's a bad person, or why any negative, those thoughts, your cells listen to that, to the energy of what you're saying, and they respond accordingly. If they're restricted and because they're living in resistance, they will be that. They will express
as that.
Yes.
Yeah, your energy about where you are is what is creating your now. I love that you brought up the health option, because that's my pain body. That is my biggest thing. And what I've learned is that whenever I have that resistance, it's always an opportunity. There's something to accept, there's something to allow, and there's something to release. There's some kind of negative belief. I don't even want to say negative, but there's some conditioned belief that's fear-based that's coming up for release.
Yeah, and it's all perfect that it's coming
It's all
up.
Perfect. It is.
It's not bad that you still have some negative thought coming up. Yeah.
So fun.
So when you were at this place, because I know you're not there anymore, of accepting what was, were you aware that your mind resisted accepting what is?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, this is ongoing. Like this is my pain body. And this is something that I still have little remnants, as we've been talking about, to release as I'm opening, sorry, my coffee pot, as I'm opening to absolute freedom in my health, that I've got these rules and stories.
Yes, that's the vision.
My vision is absolute freedom. And I'm just discovering how I still have all of these little restrictions or rules to release. And here's a really good example that I think is tangible. I have this favorite little jumpsuit, this Patagonia jumpsuit that I love to wear in Mexico. And the last time I put it on, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. This feels a little tight. Yeah. And so my mind is like, but you love that jumpsuit. You want to wear that in Mexico this year. That's it, girl. We got to start doing this and this and this. I could feel my mind. And I was like, what? Nope. This is not my truth right now. Like I could feel the resistance of the mind taking over, but I could also feel the mind saying, you love that jumpsuit. You feel joyous and you feel free when you get to wear that jumpsuit. So that was my mind, like wanting that vision and wanting that experience. And I was journaling with my inner being about this. I love that this just came up because I can share it. And my inner being said, can you just hang that jumpsuit on the clothesline out in the sun? Can you hang it out in the sun? What does it look like out there in the sun? And I'm watching it in my mind or in my imagination. And the jumpsuit is like all shiny and it's like moving in the breeze and it feels really fun and free out there on the line. And my mind said, you've got this negativity and this resistance around the jumpsuit. Like, let's just put it off to the side right now and see if we can release that whole idea that the jumpsuit and you are going to be happy together in this one situation in the future. Can you be happy and free right now? And can the jumpsuit be happy and free right now? And I could have the feeling like, yeah, I'm totally happy and free right now. And so who knows what's going to happen, but I released the attachment that I will have happiness, joy, and freedom if I'm wearing that jumpsuit.
That's so amazing. And
maybe I'll be wearing it, or maybe it will just like sit on the line and I can imagine it sitting on the clothesline in the sun, just being free and happy. And I feel totally good with that.
And it's something like you really, because you were able to separate your experience of the jumpsuit and like what it was meaning for you, you could then, I like to talk about this, like your vibrational relationship with something, and you were able to shift that without being in the experience, because our vibrational relationship is always happening within us.
Yes.
Sometimes it's the thoughts that's like triggering the feelings that we're having about something.
It was so fun. It was experiencing resistance in a new way, like with the help of my inner being guiding me. And this is why Ginny and I think we say that our relationship with our inner being is the most important thing to us in terms of our expansion into this truth of who we are. Because with that guidance, I could see my resistance and my mind is separate from who I am. And I could set it on the clothesline and still feel my truth. And the turnaround was so fast. It was like so fast. And like if the thought came up again of like the jumpsuit in Mexico, I was like, oh, it's just sitting on the clothesline.
I love it. That is awesome. So you had to give up your vision of,
I don't think I'm giving it up. Like I'm open to wearing the jumpsuit, but right now I don't want to be in the resistance of thinking that it equals my happiness and my joy.
Amazing. So you're choosing the release of resistance over the mind. So it's like, you just said it perfectly. I don't even remember the exact words, but I don't want to hold the resistance. That's more important. I don't want to have resistance in me.
My peace and joy is more important than holding on to one particular outcome in the future when the future is not even here.
Yes. Oh my God, it's so perfect.
It's so fun. Thank you. Thank you, Experience of Life, for allowing that example to have come up this week so that I could share it. Like, it's perfect.
So perfect. I love it. And so that's really what we wanted to share, is that you don't have to give up your vision. It's feeling acceptance of what is and holding the vision. And it's the willingness to prioritize how you feel in this present moment over how you think when you have the thing.
Totally. Like maybe I'll wear that jumpsuit. That'll be fun. Maybe it'll just stay on the clothesline. That'll be fun. Like I'm open. That is the thing that I feel right now, is that releasing that resistance allows me to feel wide open on my path to the vision. Because I know more than anything, I am opening to creating radiant health in the place of freedom, joy, love, and peace.
Yes.
I am so true in that vision. And that is what is important to me.
Yes, I love it. Oh, this has been so much fun. Katie and I are actually going to be sharing a little bit about how you can, if you're connected to inner being, amazing, and to foster that connection and nurture that. And if you are just interested in learning about what that all means, we're going to be hosting a workshop in December 10th and 11th, the weekend.
And we'll just say December 10th and 11th of 2022, just in case we have some listeners in the future. It'll show up. Well, should our listeners come to our website to learn more or to send us an email that they're interested in this workshop? Okay.
That's perfect. If you go to our website, awakenyourtruth.love, there's a connect with us. Just connect with us and say, hey, I want to know more about the workshop. We have been so inspired. So when we were in Canada together and our inner beings were connecting live in person, there was this energy of December being this gift. Like we want to gift. We could just feel it so strong. And so this workshop is an expression of that energy and of wanting to give to you. And as you learn more information about it, you'll find out how it's really it's going to be a collaboration of giving. And so excited to just open and be in that energy with you.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question, let's just revisit our topic to see if we said everything we'd like to say.
Okay.
Our topic was, do you give up your vision when you accept what is now, when you feel like your vision's not here?
And what I feel, what I feel like sharing just when you said that is that as you prioritize how you feel, as you're willing to prioritize how you feel now, you create more powerfully your vision. How you feel now is creating your vision. And so to prioritize your feeling of acceptance or freedom now.
And if you're not accepting the now, then chances are you're in resistance. And if you're in resistance, that is likely blocking the fullest, most beautiful, connected expansion of your vision.
Yeah. And I just want to say too, like, it's only your mind, it's only your fear that thinks you have to give up the vision.
Oh, I love this. I think Ginny froze. We'll see if she comes back. If she doesn't come back, I might. Oh, there you are. You're here.
I was just saying your vision is like in you, calling you, like asking to be released, to be expressed.
Mm-hmm. But your vision wants to come out in a beautiful, open, resistance-free flow with source co-creating and the mind on the side.
Yeah. And that's the free will part. You got to create, you got to choose that open space, meaning choose to release the resistance, choose to release the mind thought in that moment that you might not have something you want in the future. Mm-hmm. Because you will when you tune into the presence and you feel the freedom.
Yep, it's here right now. So
here right now. And the path is here. Oh my gosh.
Well, I feel juicy and lit up and excited for this Thanksgiving weekend to unfold.
Me too.
It was so fun to be with you, Ginny.
So fun to share.
Okay, we'll see you on our website or the next time we come together for a podcast. Bye.